Good Morning Night Vale is brought to you by The Disappearances of Lydia Fontaine, a new independently produced and crowdfunded 10-episode original audio drama. Set in a deceptively familiar world of electronic surveillance and machine-mediated communication, The Disappearances of Lydia Fontaine follows Lydia Ryan and her friends, lovelorn Ethan and wannabe internet sensation Dee, as they struggle to unravel the mystery of her mother's disappearance. Escape the sinister Fontaine family, and survive the feud over her grandfather's supernatural legacy. It weaves bitter family drama and high-stakes intrigue with fantasy and cyberpunk elements to create a surreal mystery about secrets and grudges, old books, big data, and the promise of infinite knowledge. And do not forget the talking birds. It's a full-cast production with original music and a bespoke soundscape presented through a series of found-footage-style surveillance recordings. And it's important to note, this show was made entirely without generative AI. Even the computers are voiced by human actors. Episodes are free, and you can start listening right now with the Season 1 finale due to come out on August 16th. For more information, go to lydiadisappears.com. and find The Disappearances of Lydia Fontaine wherever you get your podcasts and start listening from the beginning.
Insurance isn't one size fits all, and shopping for it shouldn't feel like squeezing into something that just doesn't fit. That's why drivers have enjoyed Progressive's Name Your Price tool for years. With the Name Your Price tool, you tell them what you want to pay, and they show you options that fit your budget. Enough hunting for discounts, trying to calculate rates, and tinkering with coverages. Maybe you're picking out your very first policy, or maybe you're just looking for something that works better for you and your family. Either way, they make it simple to see your options. No guesswork, no surprises. Ready to see how easy and fun shopping for car insurance can be? Visit Progressive.com and give the Name Your Price tool a try. Take the stress out of shopping and find coverage that fits your life, on your terms. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Get the body you've always wanted.
We know where it's buried and can lend you a shovel.
Good morning, Night Vale. Hi, I'm Hal Lublin. I play Steve Carlsberg.
Hi, I'm Meg Bashwiner, and I don't. I play the role of Deb, the sentient patch of haze, and I talk to you at the end of every episode of Welcome to Night Vale ever.
And hey, it's me, Symphony, your favorite charter to Muggleform. And we are here to talk to you about our favorite show, Welcome to Night Vale. And we go episode by episode and break it down the way it's supposed to. Oh, and just so you know when it is, today is July 15th, Tax Day.
In the U.S. In other countries, I'm sure you don't have to pay taxes.
Oh, right. Yeah, that whole thing.
Or you pay taxes, but they go to things that you want.
Like healthcare and happiness.
Social services.
LOL.
We like to buy bombs in this. We just buy bombs. Your bomb payments are due today, America. That took a turn. Anyway, we just actually got finished recording a special fan zone for our patrons, which is live on our Patreon page. So you can, if you want to go back in time and watch a video of us right before we recorded this, talking about your theories, comments, and questions with a special in-depth discussion about chicken wing flats.
Yeah.
You can check that out on our Patreon. Yeah. Also, there will be a recipe for ragu on the Patreon that will only make sense if you watch that episode. So
you get double bonuses that way.
Yeah.
And you'll see the cookie I made that's literally the size of my head.
Seriously. It's bigger than my high school. Yeah. Bigger than my high school.
Triple bonuses.
That's right. This week's episode is episode 68, Faceless Old Women. Here's the description as it originally appeared in your podcatchers. The sheriff's secret police track down a fugitive, plus stories from vacation, some progress at the new old Night Vale Opera House, and another edition of, Hey there, Cecil. Let's talk about it.
Let's. Cecil's back from vacation.
Yeah, that's my first note too. Cecil back from vacay. pretty excited. He had a really good time. It sounds like it was romantic and sweet. And he really liked it over there. Maybe he liked it a little too much.
Doesn't it feel like this struck me more? It strikes me from time to time listening, but in this episode particularly, that Cecil is oftentimes the Rosencrantz and Guildenstern of Night Vale, where the big event is happening off in the background, and we're watching the minutia of his life, which it seems important because his job is to inform the public of Night Vale, for however many people are listening in that town. And at the same time, what the major inciting event is, the major thing that's happening, which is this central intelligence of the Faceless Old Woman that is in every house being arrested and cracked down on by the sheriff's secret police, is secondary to he went on vacation and saw his boyfriend, and it was really hard. And now it's that thing where you're trying to manage a long distance relationship, and you go there and visit, and then they're like, why don't you, hey, it's so weird that you just left and now everything's set up for you to come back. Why don't you come back? And he's sitting there considering it because look, whenever you take a good vacation anywhere, I assume like me, both of you start looking up rents and housing prices in that area, right?
I have Zillow is one of my main apps. I call it House Tinder.
Always swiping. I'm always swiping on that House Tinder.
Right?
ABS.
It's fun to pretend, and it's fun to look and just like see in your mind's eye what your life could be like if you lived in this neighborhood. Like, how close is the grocery store? Could you ride a bike? Like, what's the weather like year round? Would you become a hiker if you lived in this area? I'm just mainly thinking about my move to the Pacific Northwest one day.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know that was a dream. I think it might be an idea because I like all those things. I like hiking. I don't mind that it's when it's a little gloomy. And I like the mist, but I love trees. I love mountains. And I love that sweet, sweet Chiba. Yeah.
And they got a lot of that.
I think Joseph and our plan is to retire to Seattle. So if you also end up out there, we can hang out.
Can I live in your basement?
I don't know if they have basements in Seattle.
Oh.
Because the earthquakes. But you can live in our attic or our shed or the Symphony Sanders suite.
Yeah, I'll be your Kato Kalin. I'll be your Kato Kalin.
Yeah.
That's such a weird reference.
Which means when you two commit a murder, the Symphony will all of a sudden become super famous for a brief amount of time. And then people will be like, wasn't she famous for testifying in a trial for Joseph and Meg?
Yes.
Yeah.
The answer is yes.
I get Redfin emails, both for my neighborhood because we rent, but there are nice houses here, and I just like to look at them and see how ridiculously expensive they are. But also Hawaii, specifically the island of Kauai.
Okay.
And Nashville.
Nashville, really?
Love Nashville. Yeah.
I was surprised that I didn't not like Nashville, but I wouldn't consider it a place that I want to live. There's not enough large bodies of water for me.
Oh, see, I like the hot chicken. I like the food scene there.
Okay.
Very, very much.
Legit?
Yeah, there are a lot of fun neighborhoods to kind of walk around in. Mm-hmm. There are enough major sports there to keep me interested. It's close to both where I am from and where Jennifer is from.
Oh, right. Split the difference a little, right?
And also it's like, I don't know, just interesting. Just feels like it would be kind of a cool place to live. And I know Jennifer loves it. We were just there I went there twice last year and loved it.
Yeah, because we were there for that podcast convention,
yes.
PodX, right?
PodX,
yes.
Which is now PodCon. No, not PodCon. PodcastCon, whatever it is now. It was supposed to be happening again
in July.
In Chicago.
In Chicago.
Right.
Yes. But 2021, y'all.
LOL, COVID said.
It's July 15th. But there is that idea, for Cecil, obviously, it's different because not only is it a vacation for him where he's not working, but he got to see, or at least you can convince yourself after a trip like that you've gotten to experience what life would be like if you moved there. Well, I have Carlos here. If I had a job because this radio station's been built, then I'd really be
By
all set.
Kevin.
Because well, it seems like he's doing good things. Even when the army goes off and fights, like that's just time for us to beat it. Like, and again, that leads into the Rosencrantz and Guildenstern of it. Is that idea of
where's that army going? What are they doing? We don't get any of that. No, they're having some nice time alone,
eating vegan omelets.
People died.
I know.
Fewer people come back than go. But he's like, but we got to spend some time alone. Rosencrantz and Guildenstern. He's sitting there playing word tennis with Carlos.
Yeah.
While people are fighting, the horrors of war are taking place.
And he's talking about his very specific coffee routine, which reminds me of one Jay Fink.
Yes, he does have
He's a boy who loves his coffee. And he does it really well.
He does. He brings me coffee in bed every morning. And I'm always so grateful. That's why I like
staying at your house, too. I like staying at your house because every morning I know I'm going to get a quality Fink coffee.
It's very nice.
Drip? French press?
We use a French press for morning coffee, yeah. Sometimes when there's a lot of company, we'll do drip. But
sure.
For just the two of us, we have a French press situation. And he gets really nice beans. He grinds them to his specific need, and then he puts cold foam on them, cold milk foam, and it's delish. And he brings it all the way upstairs to me in my bed.
Right? That's
He walks
nice.
all the way from the kitchen upstairs. It's really sweet.
That's true love right there. If that is something you enjoy, there's love languages, right? And I think that's yours, getting a nice coffee in a bed coffee.
Mine's definitely acts of service. So the fact that he's made me a cup of coffee and brought it to me, like that is,
See?
His is touch. So he'll bring me the coffee. He brings me the coffee and then he sits on the bed. He sits on the bed and he waits for me to take a sip and then I pat his leg.
Ah.
And that is our relationship. Welcome to it, guys. There's a whole book about it.
Well, this
I know, I can't wait for that.
This episode has Joseph all over it because of the deer. The spokes deer that speaks Russian.
Yeah, I can't tell. I think this is a Joseph. I know that best of the two of them wrote together. So I think this is probably a Joseph, if I had to guess, just based on some things about it. Let me see. What was the episode before best of? Who wrote that one? Worms. Worms is also a Joseph, I think. Anyway, maybe
there's also just those elements. Do you know what I mean?
Maybe they just collaborated.
Yeah.
This is when Jeffrey left the show.
Jeffrey was on vacation. No.
That's right.
Yeah. I love the way that vacation is like the resort town of the Desert Otherworld is handled in this, where it's like it's a resort town with everything you could possibly need. And then you put it in the Night Vale blender and it's terrifying. Like it's like also the setup is like normal. There's a spa, there's a roller coaster, and then it just like, right through the.
But they're on that roller coaster for the rest of their life.
Yeah.
Which I love a roller coaster, but like I think after a while, when you like not even like scream anymore, you just be like.
It depends on the ride. Like it is well known that I'm a Disneyland fanatic.
Yeah,
I'm an annual pass holder, and my favorite ride is Space Mountain.
I love Space Mountain,
which is which for those of you who don't know is a roller coaster in the dark, and I know the track well enough.
Yeah.
That I just enjoy it. Like, I've smiled the whole time. If the lights were on and you were looking at me, I'd be like smiling, and I laugh because I'm just filled with joy that I'm on Space Mountain. So there is that. I don't remember ever being terrified by it. Now, the Tower of Terror, which is now Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout, scares me every time. Every time I go on it, and I'm more willing to go on it now because the premise isn't you will die in an elevator. The premise is the rocket messed up the plug, so it's going up and down like crazy. But I hold on to the handles next to me so hard. I'm so afraid that I don't know how that ride is going to get me. Every time I go on it is still terrifying. I enjoy it now, but it's like I don't think it's gotten less scary. I want it to. Do I have to ride it more? Is that what you're saying, Symphony?
Yeah. If you're riding it, like continually riding it, like over and over and over, like every nuance of it. So it's like your body will start to naturally like adjust to it a little bit, and it might drive you a little insane because then the numbness of that Do you know what I mean? Like, you're not even like
There's
feeling.
no feeling at all.
Yeah, you're not afraid. You're not nervous. It's all just like nothingness.
It's what the past 4 months of my life have felt like.
I grew up in a theme park town. I grew up by Six Flags Great America, and worked there as a young person. And there were opportunities. We could go anytime we wanted. So, and I love roller coasters, and I go on. I've ridden the Raging Bull a million times. And on certain nights, you're allowed to, as an employee, they'll just open one section and you can just stay on a ride. They'll let you just stay on a ride. Usually during regular park times, they make you get off and whatever. But like when it's just the employees, they'll be like, yeah, okay. I've ridden that like 6 or 7 times in a row. There's a weird feeling, like it does turn into laughter, and you're just like, ha ha. And then you're just like, oh, okay. And I lean, but you're not. The thrill is different.
Is Raging Bull the roller coaster where fat Robert De Niro just pushes you up a hill? While asking the whole time he's pushing, and instead of going, he just goes, you fuck my wife. You fuck my wife. You fuck my wife. As he pushes you up a hill.
No, oh God, no. That would be horrible. It's actually a lap bar roller coaster that does like twists and turns and stuff, but it's very smooth. It's a very smooth ride. It's not a jerky back and forth bang your header. Do you know what I mean?
Does it go upside down?
It does.
I'm not into it.
Oh, really? I love it.
Upside down.
I love
don't
corkscrews. I love going upside down. I like flying on my stomach. I don't care. But you know, I'm also a weirdo circus person who likes being swung around by their arms and legs. So
I like it.
The Six Flags.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
You go. I want to know about Six Flags. Tell me more.
Oh, the Six Flags out here, Magic Mountain, went through a period of like 6 months where every other night they're like, Superman the ride breaks down, 2 people fall out, news at 11. Then the next day would be like, Superman the ride breaks down again, people trapped for 8 hours almost fall to their death.
Yeah.
News at 11. Like something, one of those DC, it would be Batman, Superman, whatever it was. Like, we don't understand why the whole ride is we just duct tape you into an old school desk and swing you with a wrecking ball. I don't know why it didn't work, but apparently there's some power. We also shouldn't have built it right next to those power lines or those trees. Fuck out of here.
I actually got stung by a bee one time while on a roller coaster.
Oh my God.
That was the most horrible thing I think I've ever experienced. And probably the closest to Night Vale. Like
the bee roller coaster is a very Night Vale thing to happen. Yeah.
Right. We're on the roller coaster, and it was the American Eagle. And certain times of year, they let it go. They have certain cars go backwards. So you're going backwards on one of the oldest wooden roller coasters in the country. So it's like rickety as shit. It's scarier because you're going backwards, but it's fun that way. You know what I mean? You don't go upside down. It's just lots of swirls and them jerking you around. And I was like, wee, yahoo, woohoo, arms up, right? Having a good time like you do. And all of a sudden, it felt like a hot coal hit me in the inner thigh. And I was like, ow! And I looked down, and it's a fucking, it could have been a wasp or bee. I couldn't tell. It was so fast. And I just was still screaming. I was like, ah! Because it was and the ride's still going. And I'm like, ah! And I'm hitting the bee and stomping my feet. It was the most horrible thing. And I got off and my inner thigh just swole up a lot.
Such a tender bit.
Yeah, I had to walk around the park the rest of the time.
All of my sympathy to you in your hour of need. But I really hope there was a picture of how they have the pictures on the roller coasters when you go down the
Yes.
Yeah, I want that on a keychain.
All of your friends are like, woo, and you're terrified and trying to fight a bee off of your inner thigh.
Oh my God. I wish I had that. I think I was so shocked by what happened. We just left so quickly. But yeah, no, I wish that picture existed as well. But it exists in my heart and my memory.
In the memory forever and always. Sorry, so back into the world of Night Vale, we're getting some press conferences from this deer that has to scratch it into the ground until someone from the Russian delegation asks it to speak in Russian, and then it's completely fluent. So we have this Russian deer telling us all the updates about the Faceless Old Woman kind of running roughshod over the town while she's being believed to be arrested.
I wrote down, first of all, why are deer so slow? Second of all, I wrote down, do not narc on the Faceless Old Woman.
No snitches is what I wrote.
Yeah.
Because you will get stitches or a silverfish in your fucking ear, and that's disgusting.
Oh.
Snitches get silver fishes. Yeah.
I hate the way those things look, period. And then imagining it going inside your... that is like one of my biggest gross out fears, because you can like feel it, just like the description of it. Like when Cecil it was happening, I was like, ugh. The sound in this episode was wild.
Oh yeah, very, very unsettling.
And like she was just everywhere, but it wasn't her. It was a bunch of other. I didn't know there were so many.
It's a centralized intelligence. It's like Stranger Things too.
Okay.
She's multi-present, and that they just arrested a bunch of old women. They thought they were arresting her, but they were arresting a bunch of faceless old women. Not her specifically.
Oh, here's the other note that I wrote about that. In regards to other old women who were just faceless in their own homes. Is that what happens when you go through menopause?
Even before that, when you have your last fuckable day.
Oh, bitch.
That whole
no.
Amy Schumer episode. Did you see that? There's Amy Schumer sketch where it's like she reaches her last fuckable day and she's like in a garden with like... No, she's not there yet, but she happens upon the celebration for, I think it's Julia Louis-Dreyfus's last fuckable day.
Yes.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I think, look, first of all, I think I'm going to be fuckable for a long time.
I know you are.
Right?
For sure.
I mean, like, and I think my menopause will start well before I'm not fuckable anymore. I'll be not fuckable when I have that sort of attitude where I'm like, get away from me, dude. My dude. I just want to be alone with my Cacchione and my gardening. That's what it's going to be like.
Your body just hurts too much.
Yeah.
You know, it's the reality I'm staring down. I just have I have a really bad back.
Oh.
I don't know how many more years I got left in it, you know?
You might have to wear one of those braces, one of those things. Maybe they'll have bionics that are good enough that they can like infuse you with some sort of like
nanotech
robotic.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it can either repair your spine and body, or you can like get an exoskeleton type thing, and then you're good to go.
Just to animate me to do sex. All the 3 ways you can do sex.
to do sex
This way.
I got a tri-way sex implant.
Yeah, in case
I can do all 3
in case
ways.
someone wants to do sex to me. Yeah.
It'll be like, oh.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
I hope that's the future we get, you know?
Sex implants.
It doesn't look likely.
That's the future we all want.
Yeah, ours is going to be like, hey, stupid, masks don't work. Disease okay.
Yeah, our future's like we got 3 years left. So I guess maybe I will last it. I guess we're not going to see our last fuckable days, right? We got a lot of runway.
Yeah.
Or we don't have a lot of runway.
Yeah. Well, it's fine. We'll leave a hot corpse. How about that?
We have a hot corpse as soon as the governor allows us to get to phase 69, you know?
Other things that might be opening soon are that was good, right? Is the old old opera house with Old Woman Josie and the Ericas. They can't really figure out like which company is like running it. Maybe it's Strex Corp, maybe it's Josie Corp, whatever. They just keep changing that. But Lee Marvin is going to perform an opera, although people seem to be confused about still what an opera is. So there's that. And Cecil, this is again, Cecil being like, everything I'm talking about, my relationship is more important than whatever the actual reporting is doing. Is that he was like, well, it just looks the same, like nothing's been done, except there's a whole opera house there now.
Mm-hmm.
And Lee Marvin's opera is going to be performed. The famous composer and actor Lee Marvin, who does actually exist. All you kids out there.
Yes.
All you Zoomers.
The immortal Lee Marvin.
Hal, there have been a lot of emails.
I was today years old when I learned Lee Marvin was an actual person.
And also, whenever we seem to be getting a new email, whether it's about something completely unrelated, they will also indicate that they were today years old when they learned about Lee Marvin.
Can I have 60 seconds real quick to talk to the youth of today?
That's it. Ready? Go.
Please.
I implore you, youth of today, to explore culture that existed more than 20 years before when you were born. Because there's a lot of film and television and music and theater that is very interesting to watch. Now, a lot of it is problematic, and you have to understand that and note it. But there is also a lot of really cool stuff and a lot of very good actors that you're missing out on. Do you know who Jack Lemmon is? You should probably go see his stuff. Or Walter Matthau? How about Jack Lemmon with Walter Matthau? How about Katharine Hepburn? Sidney Poitier? These names mean anything to you? If they don't, go watch Lilies of the Field. Go watch Guess Who's Coming to Dinner. Go watch African Queen. Go watch Bringing Up Baby. My goodness, there's so much great stuff to watch.
Watch Son-in-Law with Pauly Shore.
Watch Son-in-Law with Pauly Shore and Carla Gugino. It's great. And Tiffany Amber Thiessen is in it. And I had a crush on her. And I did not mind that. Not one bit. Just do the thing. Educate yourself. You have the ability to do it, and it will make you a more well-rounded person. You'll be appreciative of it when you're older. It doesn't have to get in the way of the stuff you're watching now. Thank you for your time.
Well, there you have it. Youth, you have your assignments.
That was your Hey There, Hal. Hey There, Hal segment.
Yeah, because we should actually talk about that. Hey There, Cecil.
Yes.
Here, I say it was mostly solid advice. I think. The removing your shoes. I'm going to tell you what. Motherfuckers don't wear shoes in my house. Not here.
Here either. You've been.
Yeah.
We've been to each other's homes.
Yeah. I try not to make it a thing, but I would take off my shoes whenever I walk in. And also, if I see a pile of shoes by the door at anyone's house, I take off my shoes.
Absolutely.
Right?
I also will ask. I'll be like, shoes? And they'll be like, you get to do whatever. And I'll do whatever. Yeah. But I prefer not to wear them.
I prefer to be unshod as well, because it's just bringing less dirt and muck from the outside inside where your bottom could go, or your face could go, or your food.
Absolutely.
Because I'll tell you what, the 5-second rule is real in my house.
Exactly. And you can only enforce that because you're shoeless.
You can't go in a shoed home and eat anything off the floor. It's covered in poop.
For sure.
Urine.
Poop and urine and dirt and fucking ringworms.
and of many different creatures. It's not just dog poop. There's all sorts of poop.
Squirrels.
You got squirrel poop, pigeon poop,
yep,
cat poop,
Preach
dog
rabbits.
poop,
preach it.
Yeah, rabbits, all kinds of kinds.
Nasty rats.
Nasty rats. But yeah, Hey There, Cecil. I like that they're like, this is back to our regular segment, Hey There, Cecil, which we've never heard it before.
We've never heard it.
It comes back in episode 74 and episode, I believe, 84. So we have those to look forward to. And then I believe it's never mentioned again. Although I will poke Joseph to see if I can get him to include a new Hey There, Cecil bit.
I love it.
I also,
why not?
I like how the second letter from Malevolent in Mission Grove Park, the tower that's glowing now, seems to coincide with this new radio station going up.
Ooh.
I'm gonna put that out there as something I noticed.
I would not put it past Sweet Kevin. I say that with quotation marks because I don't trust it. But yeah, we end up having, with Cecil potentially seriously thinking about moving to the desert otherworld.
That's right.
And I wrote, no.
I mean, what if, though? What if? Imagine.
Cecil should get to be happy with Carlos. And
Yeah.
think about how exciting that would be for him.
Yeah.
To get start over, you know? He has so much baggage with Night Vale.
That's true.
A lot of it good,
guess.
you know? It's his community. Yeah, I have mixed feelings about it because it's like, how dare you? This is your community.
Right.
Like, these people have built you. You owe it to them. But then again, it's your life and you don't have to live it for anyone else besides you, right? You only get one.
I feel the same way. This is how I also feel anytime a friend leaves town to move to LA, New York, whatever. I'm like, no, I don't want you to leave. But I am happy for you if you choose to leave, because that usually means that you have an opportunity somewhere or you want to try something different. And I encourage people to explore, especially the when you're young, you know, and you don't have or you don't have a lot of attachments, fucking go. Like, do it. 'Cause it's your life and you're the only one who's going to take care of that. Right.
Right.
And people will adjust. It's fine. But there is a selfishness that makes you feel like, no, I want you here with me because I like you. But so it's bittersweet.
Cecil also doesn't realize that he's recording live while he
Oh, yeah.
Doesn't know how his equipment works. I'll just turn this back on and then does nothing.
Right. He must not have flicked anything. He just like said it.
For sure didn't. Yeah.
I'm imagining the producers just like shaking their head like,
Yeah.
like this fucking guy. Be like, they can hear you.
I just did a whole bunch of visual stuff that nobody will get because this is an audio podcast. But we were just doing a video thing, and that's why I did it.
It was very funny.
Also, it's hot in here. Even though I have a fan all the way across the room blowing on me, it's forgive my heat brain.
Up next, we hear from fans and friends of the podcast about their theories, comments, and questions. But first, a conversation about this episode's weather, which was Matches by Sifu Hotman.
I loved this song. First of all, I wrote, yes, bass. I love the bass line when it comes in immediately.
Yep.
I pointed out, there were a couple of things that I thought were great. He said, the thing about he didn't want to be a nihilist and wanted to believe in like that Star Trek could be real, basically. And I love that. Being a Trekkie myself, I love that idea. But unfortunately, you know, I thought this song was also very poignant for right now. I know back then in 2014, like maybe this wasn't as like poignant, but I'm sure it could have consciously been or unconsciously been a wonderful song for the times as well. But I think right now it's like being on the right side of history. He says that throughout the song. And I just love that, you know? And to light your way, you need to like light some matches. I fucking love it. So big ups to Sifu Hotman.
Sifu Hotman. All right. I did the book report. And the book report is interesting. So Sifu Hotman is a rap collective out of St. Paul, Minneapolis. It features Dem Atlas, Guante, and produced is Rube. And they put out an album under this name. This name comes from Avatar, The Last Airbender, I believe. Yeah. Where that comes from. So I don't know much about that other than that this is where that comes from. So
Sifu's like master.
Yes.
Right. Sifu also it's also used in Kung Fu Panda. And actual culture, but that is where I came across it first.
Unfortunately, the Minneapolis rap scene is kind of going through something right now.
Oh, yeah.
As a collective. There's a lot of kind of time's up for a lot of the toxic masculinity in the industry there among several players. And one of the members of Sifu Hotman, Dem Atlas, was recently dropped from his label Rhymesayers for being accused of, I don't have full details here, but something that adds up to not great behavior.
Ah, bummer.
I know. Wah, wah. Ugh. Men ruin everything.
Why? Why you do this?
It's true.
Anyway, but yeah, this came by submission in 2013 from this group. And I enjoyed the song while I listened to it. I thought it was... I always like when we get hip hop in the weather.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, me too.
It's because it feels like a kind of a change up in tone and vibe. And then it's also because Night Vale is such a wordy thing. it's sometimes great to have wordy music that goes along with it, because it's this, like, two sides of the same coin sort of thing that happens, which I really like to hear. So yeah, that was Matches by Sifu Hotman. Listen to it in this podcast only. Don't go out and pay for it.
That's right.
So now I think it's time for us to move somewhere a little hotter, maybe into an oven where we are accompanied by cheeses and dough and nestled in there all together in the FanZone Calzone.
Calzone. Wow.
Sauce.
Stay right there. Good Morning Night Vale will return after a brief break.
First up in the fan zone, we have Dennis. Dennis writes, I think that the Faceless Old Woman is in her 60s or 70s. However, like Earl Harland, who is 19 for years, she has been the exact same age for centuries. Her birth date moves forward in time exactly as fast as time is moving forward. In addition, she is a fraction of a second ahead of us. That's why we can't see her face, and why she sees all sorts of things, like the dead body on the bed, since the actual present hasn't caught up with her. She is seeing possibilities. Thanks so much for writing in, Dennis. Well, I think some of those questions could be answered from the book, The Faceless Old Woman Who Secretly Lives in Your Home, right?
Yeah, for sure. If you wanted wanted to know how the sausage of the Faceless Old Woman got made, there's a whole book that'll tell you. A recipe book for the sausage of the Faceless Old Woman.
Yeah.
But I can see how in your mind canon, you would, like, she could be perceived as a woman in her 60s or 70s. That does not mean she is that age. It's just like that is how she is perceived. No?
Yeah, agreed. But also it's the concept of old gets to be explored with the Faceless Old Woman, because it's like what we think of old woman, we picture an old person, an elderly person. We think wrinkles, we think gray hair, we think like a slouching stature, like something that a crackly voice. That's what we think when we we think old. But what the old in Faceless Old Woman comes from is from some other definition of age, from some other definition of old, of like a bending and combination of time. So, but she maybe appears to be an old woman. We can take that at face value, but there is so much to her age.
Yeah.
I like the thought of like her being not quite right in time, and that's how she can see things. She can see possibility because she's not quite right in time.
Yeah,
I think that makes sense to me, that she's, because, well, now we know where she came from. It would make sense that her alignment of existence would be just a smidge off.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Yeah, same.
Good mind canon, Dennis. Jeremy writes, hi, y'all. Every time I listen to your show, I wonder if you will ever explain why there is so much Russian in Night Vale. The Apache tracker speaks Russian at one point, so does one of Hiram's heads. Also, Koshak, the cat's name, seems to be a version of Koshka, which means cat in Russian. Did one of the writers study Russian at some point? Why? Long time, first time, etc. Love, Jeremy. Thank you, Jeremy. I assume, and maybe I'm wrong, that Joseph is of Russian Jewish heritage, as I am. I'm Russian Jewish and Polish Jewish, which may have influenced the amount of Russian in this in some way.
Joseph is a Bohemian Jew, so his family come from the area that is now Czech Republic. So,
well, there you go. Still, that Russian would be a language that would have been spoken there.
I think my mind canon about why the Russian comes in is actually because of Jeffrey, because Jeffrey came of age during the Cold War times.
Okay.
True.
So it was really very much like something that I would imagine if I was a young person that was kind of really coming into the world while the Cold War was happening, it would be something that I'd be afraid of, that I would find both fascinating and terrifying. And so things that are Russian kind of carry that uneasiness, that potential threat sort of thing. So, yeah. So I think that is why. And then there was like the whole Deaf Bowman thing.
Right.
And the timeline of 1983 and things splitting off and the Night Vale sister cities. And so there's that sort of Russian influence there. But I think it comes from that, like, the kind of the desire to put the trappings of the Cold War into some of the horror and terror that is in Night Vale.
I definitely remember that time being young and being frightened at like the tail end of it. I mean, I was born in 1977, so I had enough that was the tension between Reagan and Gorbachev when I was a kid was like, are they gonna be able to create peace? Are they gonna launch nuclear weapons? It still felt like a very real possibility. That was like the last sort of death rattle of the Cold War. But that makes sense. That is certainly a viable headcanon and was a huge part of something you always kind of thought about, even if it was just in the back of your head at that time.
So, and why the deer speaks Russian, that I don't know. But again,
because it's funny.
It's funny. And there's Russia, there's someone's job in Russia. Who it is to listen to this podcast.
Well, you also think, I mean, the deer are already just like weird in general because they have real estate agents inside of them.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot going on.
It's a good bit of that. So that's my theory on the Russian. And then Kashik. Kashik is, what language is Kashik? It's not Russian. Kashik, it's Hebrew. It means darkness. There we go. And it makes sense that Kashka, the Russian, would be similar to so it's interesting. So Kashka means cat. Kashik means darkness. So it's a hybrid of Hebrew and Russian. Darkness the cat. Anyway. Darkness the cat is a great name for a cat.
I know.
It's my favorite cartoon growing up was Darkness the cat.
Darkness the cat. All right. We have a letter from Essie, an electronic mail letter from Essie. Essie writes, I was listening to your FanZone Calzone on the episode Worms, and someone had a faceless old woman painting that they were writing about. I came home from a walk and looking into my place, I realized that this painting, which was here when I moved in, is in fact a nude portrait of the faceless old woman who very openly lives in my home. I mean, it's never felt creepy to me, but I could see how it could quickly become so if had some kind of a stranger aura to it, or if it was flickering in the peripheral vision, so it felt like it was looking at you or something. Oh. Anyway, wanted to share this with you, and now I'll probably be creeped up by the painting, but that one's on me. Thank you so much for your great chats and humor in these trying times. Best wishes, Essie. And Essie has included this painting of a faceless woman who is nude, and I will share it on our Patreon page so that you all can see it too.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a babe.
Yeah. Great boobs.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Great boobs. Great body overall. However, I can see I would be kind of weirded out by this because, like, you're like, is that the mouth and the nose? Like, or is that like a piece of cheek? Like, what is exactly being seen? And I am a little uneasy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looks like they were like, we're gonna do a spray tan, but we want you to put your hands over your boobs and then rub your belly and your thigh a little bit too while you're doing it, so that the spray tan doesn't get to those areas. Like, this ain't exactly Thomas Kincaid in terms of the use of light here. Like, where's the light source? What's going on? Why is it like that?
It also upsets me when people are like, oh yeah, this was left in my home. Bitch, that is going outside because it is haunted.
Okay.
Yes. I had that same thought as well. I'm like, whose house comes with this?
Right?
Yeah. Symphony, what will you do, Symphony Sanders, when you wake up and that painting is on the wall by your bed?
Shut your fucking mouth, Hal.
I'm only saying that because you can't see me in person for a long time, enough for this to cool off.
So I can't just like punch you in the arm?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I would be very upset by that photo being anywhere near my apartment. And just anything that all of a sudden appears is no good and it's full of demons, for sure. Or ghosts or whatever. Some shit I don't want to be dealing with.
Let me make it less frightening for you. Okay?
I doubt that. Go ahead.
The painting will start talking to you.
No, Hal.
But it's going to be really nice to just be like, hey, how's it going? I just, somebody brought me in. I'm just going to hang out here. I just need a place to stay.
I also don't like chatty things.
Artwork.
Yeah. That's not what I'm here for.
Yeah, you're like, you come in to go to sleep, like, hey, girlfriend, what a day, huh? Just been hanging here on this wall. Maybe
Shut up,
touching my crotch
Melissa.
over this cloth. All right, fine. I'll just turn away from you.
Show me that sweet ass. Anyways, yeah, no, so. No, the only artwork that belongs, especially in my bedroom, that I've chosen now is abstract nudes of myself.
There you go.
So-
Your bedroom, your art.
That's right.
That painting will not show up now. Be like, oh, I guess only nudes of Symphony are allowed in here.
Yeah, and plus I have powerful protection spells. Just keep those demons away from my face.
Although, just to go back to this painting again. Not this one, but the painting that was done of you when you were at university, where you're nude with a bunch of cats. That is lost to the universe.
Yeah.
Universe, listenership of Good Morning Night Vale. If you see this anywhere in the world, I want you to call me. Call the Good Morning Night Vale phone number, okay? And I'll do what I can to pick up, and then I will wire you whatever amount of money is necessary for this painting to come live in my home.
Oh, God.
It's got to be somewhere. Or somebody just threw it in the trash, which would make me very sad.
Yeah.
But how could it get through all the levels of trash? All right, so you throw this person's like, whatever, fine, fuck it. They put it on the curb. How does it stay on the curb? If I saw it on the curb, I'd be like, okay.
You pick it up.
I know that I'm not. Okay, so then so no one comes by. You know, their trash is not in the public.
Right.
But then a person that's not them has to take that trash and put it in a trash truck, garbage truck, sometimes you'd call it.
Yeah.
And then, so they would have a point of interception there. And then the trash has to get sorted, okay?
Right.
So it gets put on a barge to China.
Okay.
So there's many hands that have to touch it for it to be gone forever. And I feel like there has to have been somewhere down the line that someone was like, Shantae, you stay.
But what if they're not part of our listenership? That's the real issue. So here's our task, listeners. Add a friend. Tell a friend about this show. Make them listen to it in the hopes that we will recover this priceless piece of art.
The heart of the ocean, some could call it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Recover the heart of the ocean, please.
Please. So that you can see me being eaten or somehow devoured by cats. Nude. I'll put it on the Patreon if we can find it.
Or if someone, listen, I know that you're not going to pose for it, but there's a lot of really great artists in the fandom. I know you're out there.
Oh, you could just imagine. I'm pretty much naked in a lot of my Instagram.
There are some studies of Symphony naked on the internet.
Plenty.
Add some cats.
If you want to put pen to paper.
Oh my God, I would fucking die.
I mean, I other than being internally grateful for you and finding some way to celebrate you on this show and in my life and heart forever, that's all I can really offer you in exchange. But yeah, if you're out there and you're looking for a way to express yourself, consider this a commission from your family at Good Morning Night Vale.
That's right.
And on that note, I want to thank you all so very much for listening. I want to thank my friends Hal and Symphony for joining me.
Oh, thank you, Meg.
Oh, thank you.
Joining me in this coven, this Welcome to Night Vale chat coven.
Witches.
That's right.
Yes. And again, thank you all so much for listening to us. And thank you for listening to Welcome to Night Vale and for allowing us to share in the joy of that creative project with all of you. Next episode is episode number 69. Nice. And that's Fashion Week.
LOL.
Yeah. So we will hear from you and you'll hear from us again in 2 weeks. Until then, I would like you to get drawing or painting or sculpting if you feel so inspired. But until then, good morning, Night Vale. Good morning. Good Morning Night Vale is a Night Vale Presents production. It is hosted by Symphony Sanders, Hal Lublin, and Meg Bashwiner. It is edited by Grant Stewart and mixed by Vincent Cacchione. It is produced by Meg Bashwiner. Theme music by Disparition. Special thanks to our fans who submitted their thoughts this week. Leave us a voicemail at 929-277-2050 or email us at info@goodmorningnightVale.com to share your theories and ask questions, or to submit fan art of a nude Symphony Sanders surrounded by cats. This show is powered by our patrons like Teresa Jacobs, Mandy Douglas, Eleanor Vegas, Bianca Jane Johnson, and Nathan Philippin. If you are interested in supporting the show in exchange for lots of fun, exclusive, hyper cool kid content, check us out at patreon.com/goodmorningnightVale. For more info on this show, go to goodmorningnightVale.com and follow us on Facebook and on Twitter at Night Vale Chat. Special thanks to Joella Knapp, Jeffrey Craner, and Joseph Fink. Today's adverb is postally. Concerned about waiting in a long-ass Corona conga line to vote this November? You can vote postally. Register for your vote-by-mail ballot today.